Welcome to In the Loop, where roots run deep. I'm Haley.
And I'm Sarah.
And today we just wrapped up talking with Rachel Chalfant, who is the resident director of the girls' housing here on campus. We got to know her a little bit more about her role at SAU, some of her favorite on-campus activities, as well as how she makes an impact on the community here.
Hi, welcome back to In the Loop. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Haley.
And we're just going to get to know Rachel, our RD here. Yes. So, Rachel, what made you want to be an RD at SAU?
I, during my time here, was a resident assistant as well. And I really loved my experience being an RA and just the impact that my RD had on my life. She was great. She really cared about the building. She cared about us really well. And college is a really hard time. So to have that mentorship of somebody, it was just like a beautiful thing to have. And so I talked to God about it, and I was like, God, if this is what you want me to do, you're going to have to open every single door because I'm so busy right now that I don't have the time for it. But he opened every single door, and I was like, yeah, this is the right step. And I feel so excited to be an RD and make that impact as well.
Awesome. That's so great. So what would you say has been some of your biggest rewards or challenges of being in the role of RD?
The biggest reward would be, so I'm ending my third year, so I've been here for 3 years now. And to see the amount of growth and development in people from coming in as a fresh 18-year-old to now knowing more of what they want in life, and just to see the development and how much they are in love with Jesus and have made it their own, that's so rewarding to see where people are choosing to go in life and becoming themselves. Yes, the role is hard. You live where you work. And so just that balance sometimes is very hard, and you mentally just have to be on a lot of the time. Even though we have a great team and we balance it out where the other RDs are there to support, you just live in the space, you work in the space, so if anything is happening, you are still doing things, even if it's 1 a.m. and you get a call, you're like, I'm doing things at 1 a.m.
Yeah, that is tough. It's definitely a challenge of being an RD. You're just constantly doing something. You're always there for people, which you do great at. You're so good at that. But it is, it's tasking for sure.
Yes. Yeah. So then how do you use your leadership role to show Christ to others on campus? Then you mentioned a little bit about you the spiritual aspect.
So I love Jesus. I love the impact that he's had on my life. And so my big kind of slogan this year is I want to lead from this place of being so loved by God that it's just an extension of who I am, and to be able to give that love to other people around me. Yes, I just want to show Jesus in my leadership, but I also want to show Jesus in my everyday interactions and to everybody around me. And so it just becomes who I am, and that is my goal of, we're all living life. We all mess up. I mess up, but how can I show love and grace? Because it's just a messy time in life, especially when you're going through college. So there's so much grace because God gives us so much grace for our mess-ups and our silliness.
And you're really good at what you do. So I know I love living at Gainey, so it's great.
So glad that you're there.
No, I think that is so good. And you definitely do a wonderful job at displaying God's love and grace to everyone. One of my favorite verses is Matthew 5:16, which says, let your light shine before others that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. And I think you do a really good job at that. So
thanks.
What is one of your favorite things about being at SAU or the community at SAU?
The community's so good. During my time, I made the best friends in the entire world. And I am still best friends with them now. And there's just something so precious about walking through this season together and living with your best friends. And we are not the same people that we were when we were 18. That was 10 years ago for us. And so
crazy.
To walk through life with community that you got from SAU is beautiful. And then to be able to come back and meet all of these new people. The community is still so good. And precious, especially when you put yourself out there to be able to form these relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Do you have any advice for any of the students here who are looking to get out in the community then and get involved in like friendships?
Just do it. I met some of my best friends because we would have a class together and we would be in the DC at the same time eating breakfast, and we were both sitting by ourselves. And I like walked over and I said, I think that we're going to be friends. And so like
so
that
sweet.
started our friendship.
Yeah.
And I did that with like quite a few people. So it can be intimidating, but you can get so many good things out of that, and just by putting yourself out there, because people can be so shy and think about like, oh, what are they going to think about me for like coming up and just talking to them?
Yeah.
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 Man, you did a hard thing. You came up and talked to them. So
Yeah.
if they're not here for that, then like
That's on
that's
them.
on them.
Yeah.
That's not
Totally.
you. You did a bold and you did a brave thing. So
Yeah.
keep doing that. Show up to
Yeah.
things, because it's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So if you want people to go to things, you also go to things
Yeah.
and encourage people. So just get out of your comfort zone.
I like
It's
that.
hard, but it's
Yeah,
so
that's
good.
good advice.
That's really good advice. So I'm just wondering, do you have like a favorite like memory or like crazy story from when you were in school with your friends?
We did a lot of random things, but I do remember, so our soccer team had made it to like the national tournament in Alabama, and a couple of my friends were talking like 2 days before their game was, and we were like, we should all just get in the car and drive down there. So in the middle of the night, like we started driving probably at 10, so we were driving through the entire night in this tiny car. Had no plans. But we just got in and we went, and that was a fun time. And it's just kind of things like that where you do the most random things unexpectedly.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I love that. It is fun to be so close to everyone on campus and just be able to be spontaneous
Yeah.
and do things like last minute, or just be able to shoot people a text and be like, hey, I'm doing this if you want to join, which is definitely harder to do if you're like at home and everyone has to drive somewhere. So
Yeah. Yeah. So then of that, what are your current favorite events on campus? What are some of the things that you've enjoyed as your time as RD?
Well, I love karaoke.
oh
It
yes.
is so fun to see people dress up and just sing and have fun. And so it's just a fun environment to be a part of. We get to do a pancake breakfast at the end of each semester in our building, and that's been one of my favorite things because it's just so calm before the busyness of finals. Those are some of my favorites. I love running splash tag.
Oh yeah.
Currently running right now.
Currently running right now. But yeah, I would say those are my two favorite ones so far.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Was splash tag around when you were a student? Were you able to participate in that?
So when I was a student, it was Nerf Wars, but it was only in Andrews.
Okay.
So it wasn't a campus-wide thing.
Oh.
And then a couple of years ago, me and the last Andrews RD decided to do Assassins just with our two buildings.
Okay.
And then other people around the campus were like, we want to do this too.
Yeah.
And so we
Yeah.
ran a big campus one.
Oh.
And so now it's just turned into a
Awesome.
splash tag.
Yeah.
That is so fun.
That is so fun.
Oh,
I know, like high school, that was like one of the things that all the seniors
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's like, I don't know, it's like a little adrenaline rush. Like,
Yeah.
But it's like, it's kind of like intimidating feeling like someone be following you around, but then it's also fun to try and follow someone else around to get them out. So
Some
yeah.
of the stories that you just get from splash tag that like people email me, I'm like, that's just so funny.
No way.
And they're like, yeah, I avoided them by going through a classroom separator and popped out of a different classroom.
Oh my god.
So like people are so creative, and it's so fun to hear these stories.
Definitely
Yeah.
gets intense.
Yeah. Well, I will definitely be sure to let you know if I encounter any
Yeah.
crazy,
Thank
crazy
you so
thing.
much. Yeah.
Oh yeah. A mystery like date event was just
Yes.
posted. Would you be able to tell us a little bit more about this and how you came up with the idea and what the plan is for it?
Yeah. So mystery date night was a thing when I was in school, and you just randomly got paired with somebody. And so my RAs really wanted to bring it back this year. And so we're excited to bring it back. And the cool part about this is you can sign up for like a date to get to know somebody of the opposite gender, but you can also sign up for a friend date.
Okay.
So you have both options, which is so fun. And so you're going to fill out a little questionnaire some of the questions are a little bit more serious or like getting to know you,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them are just fun because we don't want this to be like a super like intense thing. Like we want you to have fun. But we're going to do our best to pair people together, and we'll have little stations that people can be a part of.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see what the stations come out to actually be. So I don't want to say what they are already.
Okay, yeah.
But
it's going to be fun?
it's going to be fun. They're going to be pretty calm and fun at the same time. So there's not a lot of pressure to it. And then if it goes well, you can go to Taco Bell formal together if you want to.
Look at that.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we're doing it that Sunday afternoon before Taco Bell formal.
Okay.
And if you already have a significant other, sign up for a friend date because this can be your chance to meet somebody new.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, because they did that like speed friending thing at the beginning of the year.
Oh,
So
yeah.
That's really
So-
cool. Do you think many guys will sign up for this? Because I've heard a lot of girls talking about it already.
Yes.
Do you think it'll grab interest from the guys on campus?
That is the harder part. We have a couple who are already signed up.
Okay.
So we've gotten there. We just need the guys' help to encourage one another to sign up.
Shout out to the guys.
Shout
Go
out
sign
to the guys. But we take it pretty serious. Like, we're excited about it. We're
Yeah.
excited to make it work for people, and you never know where it could lead. So.
That's so true.
And if not, a new friend at least.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's so great.
Awesome.
So, is there any ways that you implement your faith on campus or try to share your faith with the current students on campus?
I think part of it has just been, like, the way that I choose to live and, like, choose to love on other people. But I've also gotten the opportunity this year. I lead a Bible study that's called Live Love to Become Love. And that was just something that God put on my heart. And it's been so rewarding to be able to do that and talk to other girls about Jesus in the group. And they are such an incredible group of girls who are a part of it. And anybody's welcome to come to it. If you're a girl, sorry guys. But it's just been so precious and cool to see the ways that God's worked in my life and the ways that God works in their life, and to be able to walk alongside them, because faith can get hard and it can get messy. And so it's just been this cool space to show up as yourself. And we've gotten to have other, like, women leaders on this campus come in and also speak. And so it's so
really
cool
cool.
to hear, like, from them and what God's done in their life.
Yeah.
And so that's been, like, another area that I've tried to live more
Yeah.
into,
That's
like,
really
what God's
great.
taught me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Well, do you have any other little tidbits about yourself that you think the community should know about you?
I love this job because during all of your guys' breaks, I also have a break. So I travel a ton
Really?
when
Oh my gosh.
you guys are also gone.
Ooh.
So, like, over Thanksgiving, I went to Brussels and Strasbourg and Paris.
Oh my gosh.
Last Christmas break, I went to Italy. Like, I just love to travel a lot. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you have a favorite place you've been then?
Strasbourg was really cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed going there because they had all of their Christmas markets up. So it was like Christmas threw up there, but it was so pretty because it was in Europe. So
Yeah.
it made everything better.
Oh my goodness.
But I've been to Northern Ireland, and I loved going there.
Yeah. That is so
so
neat. Did you have to do a cross-cultural?
I did not do a cross-cultural.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to wonder if you had any recommendations.
I did not.
Aw.
I have recommendations about travel, but nothing for
Yeah.
cross-cultural.
Yeah. Well, you know, maybe after I graduate college, I'll go to you with my travel
excellent.
questions.
Awesome.
That's
Well,
a fun
extra
fact
tips,
about
yeah.
me.
That's so great.
That is awesome.
Well, to wrap it up, is there any advice you want to give to the students for, like, the last little bit of the semester? Or some encouragement as the summer is approaching?
It's okay if you don't have everything figured out. I think one of the most beautiful parts of, like, your early 20s is you just have to do the best thing that God has for you in the season that you are. And he's just been so faithful to, like, continue to grow me and show me the new things after I've gone through a season of growth. So it's okay that sometimes you don't know what is going to happen this summer or, like, next year. But trust him in the process. Keep putting yourself out there. Do the things that you're not going to have an opportunity to do again. Like,
Yeah.
work at a summer camp, work at the Disney College program,
Oh,
do
oh my
such
gosh,
random
yeah.
things.
Yes, exactly.
That you're like, oh, I can add to my lore for when people ask about it in the future.
That's so
Literally.
great. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was a
Yes,
pleasure
thank you
getting
for
to know
your
you
time.
more. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, it was great having you on the podcast.
Yeah.